welcome back.
Hello, my people.
We are back for sure.
Welcome to TurnUp family. In case you don't know, he is DJ OP.
DJ OP here, and he is Major Turn Up MC. You know how we do every time, steadily giving you the vibes.
Yes, so no sound without a sound whisperer.
Of course, this is your money.
You have to keep saying it until you believe it.
Okay. It's whining me again this new season. Anyway, we're so excited, to make more episodes. We enjoyed, your feedback so far, comments. We've been getting a lot of good comments.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the love, for the support. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for subscribing, for liking. Mm-hmm. It means a lot to us, supporting upcoming podcasters, make it. So we really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys.
Yep. And just continue to do so. And also, if there are things, like we talked about this before, if there are things you want us to talk about, please let us know. We're happy to talk about those things. Yeah. And then some things in the future, we're bringing on guests from time to time. So you guys
we're cooking. Don't worry, you're gonna smell it when it's done.
Yeah. All right. So we have a new format this time around. We're trying something new, we're just experimenting here. We'll have a new format, and the way we're going to do it is we'll start out with a trivia question, and then we'll go into a dilemma, and then we'll have some other discussion points from the dilemma and outside of it, and just some general discussion points. So hopefully, you guys enjoy this and can keep doing it. If you guys don't like it, let us know. We'll switch back or we'll do something else.
That's it.
Yeah. So the way we're going to do it is every episode, one of us will have a trivia question for the other person try and answer. So Today, Yemi has one for me. I'm not sure what it is, but let's see how I do. And viewers, let's see how you do if you're going along.
All right. Yeah, my trivia question is, give me the top 5 nationalities in America with the most eligible bachelors.
Top 5 nationalities in the US.
In the US with the most eligible bachelors. So the ladies are looking for eligible bachelors. This question is.
They should move to those states.
Right? So it's even actually nationalities.
They should look for those nationalities. Yes. Oh yeah, I got you. You said top 5.
Yes.
Okay, let's start by saying American themselves. What number is that?
It's number 2.
It's number 2. Okay, so
number 2, but we gotta. When you say American, that's a huge umbrella. You need to.
I need to go deeper.
Deeper.
Okay, let's say African American.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's number 2.
That's number 2, African American. Is there any other American out there?
No.
Okay, so African American, that's 1. I'm Nigerian. I'll say Nigerian. Is it out there?
No.
We didn't
do Black and African American goes together, so I guess
they should do better.
No, but Nigerian is not there.
Nigerian is not there. Okay, let's have a bit.
That's a shocker.
Mexican.
Oh yeah, the Hispanic people. Yeah,
Hispanic on there. Asian. Or do I have to? Asian? There's no Asian country on there.
Yeah. If you start many now.
So I've done Hispanic was what number?
Hispanic was number 3.
Number 3. African American was number 2.
Yes.
Let's see. French.
No. The last trial.
Let's see. If French is not on there. Okay, give me clues.
Yeah.
What? No, you give me clues now. What continents are they? Well, I'm supposed to try and guess it.
If I say the continents, okay.
You said countries, so you give me continents.
The Europeans actually.
Europeans.
Yeah.
English, British.
Yes.
That's number
5.
Number 5?
Yeah. It's not about the image.
So are there more European countries on there?
Yes.
Spanish.
No, you're done. So we have number 1, we have German. We have number 2, Black and African American. Number 3, we have Mexican. Number 4, we have Irish. And number 5, we have English and British.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the ladies, be on the lookout for Germans, Mexican, Black and African Americans, Irish, English and British.
Okay.
You're welcome. We narrowed it down for you.
I wouldn't guess Irish. German was on my radar if you gave me more chances.
Yeah, really. Once you list out the countries in Europe,
They go this way to get here. Keep giving me clues. All right. That was good. That was good to know.
yeah.
What we have for a dilemma is a story, so you guys bear with me and listen. So the title of the dilemma is: do we have a wedding or buy a house? Do we have a wedding or buy a house? So this person is writing: my fiance, male, 30 years old, and I, female, 26 years old, are blessed in a situation where my parents are offering to help us financially with a wedding or a down payment on a house. So they're willing to help with the wedding or a down payment. We just moved downtown to a city, made friends in our building, and have absolutely enjoyed the downtown life. I feel like time has moved so quickly. Okay, the person name is punctuation. Well, I feel like time has moved so quickly. We are just beginning to enjoy it fully. We got engaged a little over a month ago, and have tried very diligently to keep our wedding under $25,000. As this is how much my parents said they are willing to help us to plan a wedding with. For added context, my parents feel hesitant about the wedding cost as man, this person is writing weird, as it's a lot of money and they would prefer that we spent that money towards a house. So here comes the dilemma. We haven't booked anything for our wedding yet, and have found it very difficult to find a wedding venue that will keep us in our under 25K budget. With this discouragement, the idea of getting a house seems like a better use of their money. It's very bittersweet, as it is a blessing and would be life-changing to get help buying a house. Probably will save us money. That might get long. I'm trying to jump to the point here. But I feel once we buy a house, the additional cost that comes with its furnishing and renovations will creep up and keep us from being able to eventually save for the wedding, unless we want to engage for multiple years. I've worked in the bridal industry for many years, and I always wanted to have some sort of wedding. I feel like it's slipping through my fingers. That financial devil on my shoulder is telling me to get over it. We would appreciate any advice. All right, what do you think? They have 25K or their parents?
Yeah.
The parents willing to give them 25K.
That's the first flag for me, because it seems like they're planning around their parents' 25K. Mm-hmm. Because it looks like, because there's no way in that dilemma that talks about them having a certain amount saved.
Yes, it did say.
So, and that brings me to the question of you want to have a wedding and you don't have any money saved and you want to just rely on your parents' funds. Mm-hmm. For me, I feel like, because if they have money saved, right, they can easily take the 25K from their parents and put it on the house.
Buy the house and afford their wedding.
So I think the first question is, if you don't have any money saved, well, you don't have any business having a wedding.
That's a bold statement.
Because exactly, so what, you're relying on handouts for wedding?
Okay, so let me, not that I'm siding with everything, but let me paint a scenario for you. Mm-hmm. Think about a traditional African type of wedding, right? Where not even the parents of the groom, but the parents of the bride typically pay for the wedding.
Yeah.
Think about like those weddings we used to go for in those days. The kids weren't paying for anything. They couldn't even afford to pay for anything. Mm-hmm. So if they belong to that kind of traditional upbringing, and it's just a normal thing to do, like for some people, like for me, like for instance, my parents sent me to school and it was a thing to do. They paid for my school fees and all of that. It was a thing to do. Think about if you grew up in that kind of traditional setting. Would you then feel like, would you have a change of opinion then?
I also think I think it's about time to start changing the narrative about weddings and about conversations around weddings. I feel like parents need to do better in terms of having a post-wedding conversation with couples because
You said post-wedding conversation?
yes,
Okay.
with couples like what is life gonna be after that one day
I get
event?
you. I get you.
Because if it's all about the glamour for that one day event, most times it's rare. It's rare for parents to sit couples down and ask them what their plan is after wedding, or what do you want to do, or do you have down payment for the house?
I mean, they ask them, bro. They ask them, like, kids. They say, where are the kids? That's your
because as in most cases, it's always about the wedding.
Yes.
And we really need to start creating emphasis on life after the wedding, because life after the wedding is marriage.
Yep. The wedding is one day.
It's one day. The marriage is after. So we need to start shifting the narrative away from wedding. We should start talking about marriage. Because if we start talking about marriage, then we'll now start seeing the big picture. I like the way the parents here are thinking. They're giving you the option. Because hardly will parents do that.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I dare say that these parents, they're not, as much as they want a big wedding, they're also thinking about the future.
Yes.
Right? They're not concerned about 600 or 700 guests. They're thinking about the life of those people after that wedding.
Yep.
So they're giving them the option. Is it that we fund your wedding or we fund your down payment? I feel like that is the best parent you could ever ask for.
That, to me, like you said earlier, that's a real easy question. You take the money, do the down payment, and whatever you can afford for your wedding, that's what you do. If it's 2,000 you have for your wedding, you have a $2,000 wedding, invite everybody to dinner after your course, you'll be good.
Yeah. They just strategically advise them what type of wedding to have. If you don't have money, you don't have business in doing wedding.
Yes, exactly.
And that's just the idea of it. If you don't have any money saved and you're relying, so couples, don't rely on handouts. Don't rely on donations for your wedding. It's not realistic.
Nobody owes you anything.
Nobody owes you anything. Not even your parents. They don't owe you anything.
They're just being nice.
They're just being nice. Nobody owes you anything for your wedding. So please, guys, just get that settled. Like, if you want to have a wedding, plan for yourself. Don't depend on anybody. No one is gonna come save you.
Yeah. One thing I was going to say is, you know, especially in this kind of situations where I'm guessing these people who are in diaspora. In this kind of situation, they talk in dollars, so they're in diaspora, right? Where they want to obey the traditional things. And I think we talked about this on one of our podcasts before. They want to obey the traditional things. I'm talking from the point of view of the kids. They want to obey the traditional things where it's convenient.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, where it's not convenient for them, where the parents are not trying to tell them this is traditional ways to do things, they will not be rebellious. You cannot be half and half.
Yes.
That's my own thing.
You cannot eat your cake and not.
You cannot be half. If you are going to be traditional, be traditional. Yeah. If you are going to be new school and all of that, be very new school and woke and all of that. You cannot do both.
And the lady works in the bridal industry, so she knows the cost. She knows what it takes.
Yeah.
And for you not to have any money saved, then you have a dream wedding. Everything is dreamable. Your idea is very dreamy.
Yeah. So this leads us into the next question, actually, which is the harsh realities after a wedding. What are some harsh realities after the wedding day from your experience or anything you know?
Number one, you're stuck with any unpaid expense. You're stuck with it after, because no one's gonna come save you.
I'll actually give you a story there. Yeah. So there were a few couples I did their weddings for, and they did not. I think even some we did together. I can't remember. No, I don't think we did those ones together. And they did not pay their balance on the day. Before I used to have in my contract to pay your balance on the day of the wedding. I've changed that since now. It's a week before, but they did not pay their balance on the day. I chased them down for one of them. I chased them down for 3 weeks.
Wow.
Before they paid. And before anything, there were 3 couples. It happened to be back to back.
Wow.
It was back to back to back. One of them chased them down for 3 weeks because they couldn't afford to pay their balance. That's how bad it was. So, advice to everybody out there: when you're doing a wedding, think about how it's going to be after. If you are emptying your bank account and emptying unexpected things will come up. Oh.
Yes, sir. They're gonna creep up.
Small things. You pay for one hotel here. You pay extra drinks here. Before you knew it, you spent 3,000-4,000 that you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't plan on spending, especially those of us that suck at budgeting sometimes.
Yeah.
You spend more. So
make sure you're
plan.
You're paying for all your expense, all your bills.
Yep.
2-3 weeks before your event, so that way you have peace of mind after your wedding day.
Yep.
It's very important. It is underrated. People don't talk about it a lot, but it's important. You don't want to appear, because it's so embarrassing for you to do a flashy wedding, and after your wedding day, people are calling you up for balance. So it makes no sense. It shows that it almost feels like you're not being proactive financially. Honestly.
I've been in several situations where like they will say, "Oh, can I pay you with credit card?" Because typically people will like Zelle or do a direct bank transfer. But once they start saying, "Can I pay with credit card?" I already know that they miss
the minus thing.
It's budgeted.
So please, even the Bible talks about planning, proper planning. Anything you want to do, plan. It is important to plan.
Very important.
If you want to have a $20,000 wedding, have all your 20,000 at hand. Don't assume that someone's going to your return on investment on your wedding day after all the money dance. You carry everything.
You can $452.84.
Where you have pay for flight too. So guys, it's very important.
Your money dance, you're fucking me.
Exactly, right? Because the money dance is a return on investments. It's a give or take. You know, if you have money dances and you get money, it's completely fine. That's just like extra.
It's a return on investment. ROI, instant ROI.
Seriously, the return on investment. You dance, you invested your dance and your sweat to getting money. So
talking about money dance, because I like that topic, and we're doing a lot more money dances nowadays. I think people's expectation for money dance has skyrocketed. I did a wedding recently, and it was crazy where the family of the bride were pressuring me, "We need to do money dance now." They wanted to cancel so many things on the program to do money dance. And I'm like, I get you want to get your return on investment, but like the wedding itself is not just about the money dance. Like they were making it seem like the money dance, and it's not even just one, it's several. They're making it seem like the money dance was the most important thing. So like you said, if you can't afford something, please, even on the parent side, even if you are fronting the bill, if you can't afford it and you're hoping to get your return on investment for money dance, please, that's a bad idea.
You'll be surprised though, because everyone's gonna be spraying $1 bills. Like it would take $1,001 bills for you to get 1,000.
Yeah. That's true.
So imagine. So it's very, all depends on the kind of caliber of people that you're. Not everybody that comes to your wedding will spray. Please.
That's true.
It's not. I dare to say maybe half of the people at your wedding will spray. Not even half.
It's not even half.
It's like a quarter.
It's like a quarter to a third.
Yeah, everybody will spray. Like, dude, especially some people that came out of town sometimes.
Yeah, some people just get to eat free food too.
My brother, no, you're the one that said you have money for wedding and invited us. So I don't have any requirement that I have to meet you, except you tell me that I don't have money for wedding. You have to spray me. But it's on you at that point, because man, I'm doing your food and I'm out.
So next question real quick. We gotta talk about this forever.
Yeah.
Well, next question real quick. In your opinion, what do you have to have accomplished before getting married? Let's talk about from the point of view. Should we be neutral, or should we say from the point of view of a man and point of view of a woman? What do you think?
I mean, well, even though we're gonna butcher the female aspect of it because we're not female, but we just cite some examples. People take it fine. And we acknowledge the fact that we're not females.
Yeah, so our opinions, we don't say they're right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, Well, I mean, nowadays people are so, big on education, and people are like, you gotta get a degree, whatever stuff. But the world is moving to an area whereby sometimes even the education is not a requirement. But I mean, degrees kind of just give you, shows that you're disciplined.
Yeah,
Shows that
it's so that you can learn.
you can learn exactly.
That's all it does.
So I want someone that's got their mental life sorted. Matured. Someone has to be very mature because you're inviting someone to your space. You have to be very understanding. You have to be well put together. I won't say you have to have all the money in the world, but I feel like you need to be balanced emotionally because marriage is
you need a lot of emotional
it's a lot of emotional
energy, man.
Yeah, so you need to be balanced emotionally. You need to be able to take a lot because your partner will be throwing a lot at you. You need to have self-control. That's very important. You need to be very patient. If you're someone that is so easily provoked, marriage is not for you. You need to first work on yourself first because things will push your buttons, and you have to be able to absorb things a lot. And for the opposite sex, we undermine the power of communication as well. And I think communication is essential in marriage. We keep learning communication.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing in marriage, I think.
It's communication.
It's
communication. If you're not gotten to an extent in communication, I don't think you have any business in marriage because it's just communication all day long. And in for the females, please, we're begging you people. We are not mind readers.
You said you people.
And are females now. We're not. And that's the thing. We need to tell our guys because we're not sick. Guys, we're not mind readers. We're not psychic. Men, guys, when we say what we mean, we say directly. And we say what we say. You don't have to decipher what we're saying. It's very glaring. But sometimes for wives, for ladies, they're very cryptic. A lady will say something to you and mean another thing and expect you to know what she means.
Yes.
It's hard for us as guys.
Or sometimes they don't even want to tell you directly because they want you to decipher what the thing is.
And we're very linear. Like if you don't tell us, we will not know.
We will not know. And if you tell us, we do
exactly the way you want. So ladies, help us. Our wives, help us. You have to be very direct in your conversation with us, please. It's very important.
Yeah.
Now, listening to Pastor Kingsley and Pastor Leader say, this there's a lot. It's very important. Communication is very key.
Yeah.
Please, just tell us what you want us to do and see us do it.
Yeah. So what I'll add to that, for those who were very good at answers, what I'll add to that is, I think before you get married, both on the male and female side, I think you have to know how to take care of yourself completely and how to be by yourself. You have to be okay with, like, if you are living alone for several months, several years, and that sometimes happens in marriage where someone has to go hustle somewhere or someone, different things, take people in different directions.
Yeah.
Would you be okay? Or would you be completely dependent on somebody?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like when I got married to my wife, because we had lived apart, dating for a long time, and when we got married, we didn't stay apart that was our one thing, we wanted to be together and not stay apart. And I remember the first time she traveled for 3 days, I didn't know what to do with myself.
That's interesting.
I used to cook before, just I did not even know where to start from.
Yeah.
I did not know what to do. But then, it took me a day to adjust. It's really still before now.
Which is funny because I'm going to come back to open conversation prior to marriage. Yeah. But going back on that, which is funny because your roles are kind of reversed. Because for me, for the first 4 years of our marriage, we're living apart because we're going to different schools. So it was a learning curve for us, having to see. Okay, I think that's a whole topic on itself because I remember people at first when we were about to get married. I remember a lot of people telling us not to do it because it's not nice for couples to stay apart the first few years of the marriage. Even it's very risky. Honestly, it is. It takes.
You shouldn't live with anybody.
It's very risky. It is true. But know thyself also is very important. I'm grateful for the kind of wife that I married. We sat down and we talked about it. We looked at the pros and the cons and what's going to cost us, and everything. And I mean, to God be the glory, is working for us, and it's coming to now. It has ended. Whatever. So, but yeah, so that's a lot of commitment for yourself, knowing what to do, and at that particular point,
being okay with being by yourself. And being by yourself has several facets, because if you can stand alone by yourself, it means you can afford to survive by yourself. It means you can also get recharged, like with being by yourself. Like I know, I like I'm the kind of person, and even you too, I think, the kind of people that we love to be out there in a way. That's the extrovert side of us, where we get energy from being with our people, like just and all of that. But also we have, I know you do, and I know I do. We have those moments where we go back. And we recharge by ourselves. It's not every day that we're hanging out, we're doing things. Like some days we're at home. Recharging and doing things. So you have to have some hobbies or things that you do that are outside of you and your partner. Because if everything you do is you and your partner, then anytime the person is away from you, then you don't even make the person enjoy their time when they're away from you. So that's one thing I think is important. Obviously, finances is the big thing in marriage as well. So you have to have that squared away. But when you bring one of the things you gotta consider when after marriage is now you're bringing someone into your space, and it's now you guys' space together. It's no longer your space. Now furniture, decorations, where the spoons are, stuff like that is now. It should be a joint decision. At that point, it's no longer one person's way. You have to think about it from two ways, at that point. So I think that's pretty important. We already talked about the last question, which was the importance of communication between couples. We've stressed it. This is highly important that you guys learn how to communicate, and you guys communicate clearly. Being clearly is the thing. It is a good thing where I don't expect you to read my mind. You shouldn't expect me to read your mind either.
Please just say the way you want a person to understand. It's important. Let us know. Thank you so much.
So I think that was a good episode.
It was good. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. You guys tune in, drop your comments, suggestions.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. Let's get the comments section going. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. My name is Jamie, the TurnUp MC.
And I am DJ OP.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.